4% across 2 years when we didn't get our raises during COVID. Ooh, yikes. The owl's out. No! Why do I run in like that? I don't know. So I think the issue that I have this really bad habit. I see an enemy and I try to roll behind them. Instead of waiting for them to attack first, I just immediately try to roll behind them. All right, this time it's gonna be different. Got a 1.5% raise after 2 years. My manager and friendly employees told me that the normal amount is 2 to 3%. Yikes. The whole like 1 to 3% raise was always so weird to me. Like I couldn't even give a 25-cent raise to some people, despite having worked there for a full year and doing it, maybe not the perfect job, but a decent job. Come down here. Will it? Maybe it won't. I will attack the crystal. What do I do? All right, there we go. Jesus, it's fast. My owl. What do you do in this situation? Lordy. Give me that. My company did the exact bare minimum, rounded down. I got a 23-cent raise last year. They wouldn't even give me a quarter. Yikes. It just feels terrible. Like, they talk about yearly increases and stuff like that. And those yearly increases rarely feel good when you're on the lower end of the pay spectrum already. It's so rare. It's really the only way to get up to a reasonable amount is to get a promotion or just bounce to another company. Like, hoping to eventually get enough money by just sticking with the company for years and years just is not worth it. Assuming that you're going to be in the same position, you know? Disillusioning when they make you feel like you're worth less than a quarter. It's frightening, huh? Ow. I didn't get it. So the company where I was a store manager for, I didn't get a raise for 2 years straight. Did not get a raise. When I threatened to leave the company, they offered me a 20% increase suddenly. I was just so insulted, I still left. And the whole thing was, oh, the company's not doing great. Raises are only gonna go out to the top, like, 3% of performers and stuff like that. Fuck them, right? How did I even move out of being a cashier? Sounds super hard. I had to threaten to leave. I had to threaten to quit, sadly. I didn't want to, but I just wasn't making enough money as a cashier. I told the guy who was the manager of the building, because he had talked about like getting a promotion and stuff like that. You know, I wish I could say I was more polite about it. Are you kidding me? I wasn't like super rude. I was kind of just like, we're not gonna do this, I'm just gonna go find another job, you know, that pays me more than $9.25 an hour or something, whatever it was at the time. I don't really remember. You know. And so I got lucky in the sense that he picked up the phone and called another store manager and asked him if he wanted to basically take me in his building instead as a promotion, basically. The guy never even met me, and he said sure. It's odd that that worked out, honestly. Lucky in the sense that that eventually worked out. And then it was luckily all uphill from there, pretty much, because then I was just so thankful for like a long period of time. I mean, it definitely helps, the like moving out of the cashier thing. There was one week, it was like Christmas week. I worked over 80 hours as a cashier at a 24-hour store. I know some people probably do this on the regular almost. But basically, I just had to work a lot. I had to work a lot to pay the rent. It was the only way. The fuck system if you need luck to progress, right? If it wasn't for that phone call and that guy taking a chance on me, I have no idea. Average pay in America per hour? Oh, I don't know. What's the minimum wage around here nowadays? It's like $12 an hour is the minimum in Massachusetts, at least. Got the 2 scrolls. Yeah, I think we're good. Good-looking people are generally more successful. Yep. Taller people, good-looking people, men, sadly. It's all true. With hair, too, you know? You know? 725 in Georgia? Oh my god. Forget it. Accentism is a thing too, right? If you have an accent. It's true. It's true. I've said it before. Hey, Knight, how you been? I've said it before, but I loved hiring the people that, like the immigrants that barely spoke English. They were like some of the hardest working people I ever met. Because they needed the job. They needed the money. If you called them, didn't matter the day or the time, you know, like sometimes you need a translator to let them know what you're trying to ask them for. But they'd be there, you know? Hey, medic. People always say, like, oh, you're taking a risk. How are you gonna communicate with this guy? It's like, we'll work it out. And it always did work out. Bum, 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 bum. Got people like that at the restaurant where I work and management still abuses them. That's sad. There was that story. The guy who was basically working as a slave at like a restaurant for like a decade or something crazy. But he didn't know English, and he didn't know English or something, so that there was no way really out of it. They were just kind of stuck there. Back in the 80s and 90s, companies valued their employees. Now it's all about shareholders. We had record profits. Because we only made $2 billion instead of $2.1 billion, we're going to lay off 30% of our workforce. Yeah. It's all for the shareholders, chat. We gotta do what's best for the shareholders, obviously. As single contributors, aren't we worried about the shareholders of our company? Oh, man. Supergiant, please don't go public. Just Dan NFT with that face? Oh no. I wouldn't even know what I'm doing. Where is it? Found it. Kebab. Okay. Supergiant goes public. I was hoping humanity. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. That doesn't sound like them. If that was like them, they probably would have came out with 3 DLCs for Bastion and stuff like that, you know? Paid DLCs, to be clear. Activision Blizzard? God, what a dumpster fire they've become, sadly, huh? It's too bad. Created some of the best games, right? Ever. But now you gotta do what's best for the shareholders. I'll probably never buy an Activision Blizzard game again. Oh no! I accidentally hit green chat. It wasn't my fault. There's a good chance I won't either. I don't know. Diablo 4 is a thing, but even like the Diablo 2 remake, and I love Diablo 2, I'm probably not gonna bother. Probably not gonna bother. Especially since, didn't they fuck up like the Warcraft 3 remake super bad? It's like, how did you fuck up a remake? Or like a remaster? How? Honestly. You just had to remake it, dude. It can't be that bad. Looks terrible, you can just play the OG game. Oh. Poisons the enemy? That sounds spicy. Turns out when you make a game out of love and not out of greed, it does really well. Don't need to sell your soul. Cross my fingers, Pokemon Gen 4 remakes won't be bad. I kind of gave up on Pokemon. They're all right games, but I feel like they haven't innovated enough in the franchise. I mean, I just don't care about seeing the new fleet of Pokemon, the new like fucking Trubbish or Spoink or whatever the hell they got going on now. It just feels like this weird like farm of games now, basically. They found like this weird way to print money almost. They're not horrible, but it does feel like if I were gonna play a Pokemon game, I'd probably be all set for 10 years before I play another. Gen 3? Spoink was Gen 3? I don't know. I stopped it basically after Gen 2. I think I played a couple later on, but I don't really remember them well. People didn't like Sword and Shield, right? Like, they weren't the worst games ever, but overall, they were considered mediocre. I really wanted to get Sword and Shield after I got a Switch. It was like, oh, well, you know, it's gonna be a higher quality Pokemon game, so I'll try it out, even because it's been a while since I played one. And then I hear it's actually really not great. Not that bad? Okay. So I complain about how Pokemon hasn't, like, innovated their own franchise much. Meanwhile, I still really like Dragon Quest games. I know. Hypocrite. 100%. 100% hypocrite. I just feel like for Pokemon, they focus on the wrong things sometimes, you know? Like, I'm not gonna go catch all 6,000 Pokemon or whatever there are now. I just want the base game to be good and different. Dragon Quest 11 was good, just pissed me off that the Definitive Edition was on Switch, but the PS4 version is the one that came out first. I bought it for PC, I don't really remember. I think I didn't even get the definitive one. You know what was a great spin-off though? Was like the Dragon Quest monster games. Or Dragon Warrior Monsters. I thought those were great spin-offs though. I loved those when I was younger. They don't really play them much anymore. Well... issue with Pokemon is that it has super dedicated base fans who lose it if anything has changed, so it's hard to change anything without a lot of backlash. You're not wrong. I mean, you look at a franchise like Final Fantasy, and even though they haven't always hit the mark with each, with each game in the main franchise and stuff, but still, they try something different every time, right? At least when it comes to combat, gameplay, and things of that nature. Storylines might be a slightly different story, but yeah. Five plus. Maybe this one? No, not that one. Changed my mind. Sword and Shield was one of the best-selling games, so clearly people weren't that mad about it. They were just loud. I think it was just... You're probably right, Noah. I think it was just people expected more coming from, like, a mainline console game, but at the end of the day... Because it felt like Pokemon had finally graduated out of the handheld universe a little bit. But that wasn't really the case. Because the Switch was always gonna be the replacement handheld. No way. I swear I dodged that. Okay, I still got 60 enemies apparently. Yes. Very yes. Someone who's played, I feel like they were super rushed and really isn't what you expect of the highest grossing franchise of all time. Where do they spend their money, you think? You ever wonder that? Like, where's the money go? To the shareholders? Like, Pokemon is big business, is it not? You know? Wasn't it funny? Didn't like the Pokemon Company's stock skyrocket when Pokemon Go came out, and then they realized like it had nothing to do with the Pokemon Company or something like that? And it had a big crash. Man, talking about a missed opportunity for the Pokemon Company to not just do Pokemon Go themselves. Pokemon Stadium minigames were great. They were fun. So I remember Pokemon Stadium, and I remember being let down as a kid. The minigames were pretty fun, but I felt like the overall experience was far from what was promised when it came to Pokemon Stadium. Okay, did I get the Explorer's Instinct or whatever? There's Prison Depths. Ready to go. Boop. Meatballs or crab with my tortellini. Ooh, kind of tough. I like maybe some meatballs. Remember when Pokemon Go made us exercise? Yeah, Pokemon Go. I was on the hype train. I was walking down the street in the middle of the night when Pokemon Go came out. I was one of those. And then I did it that one time and never did it again. I uninstalled the app shortly after that, I'd say. And I even lived, like the apartment building I lived in was like a Pokestop or whatever. What was it? I forget it. So I had like infinite Pokeballs technically. Because it was like considered like a landmark or something like that. But yeah, I still stopped just because it just didn't seem right. Ooh, spreads oil. But ice shards? No, we need oil, right? We don't have oil. Oh, but my current one has poison. Damn. Damn. Nah, I think the oil's still better. Tried to get into Pokemon Go, but there were 0 Pokestops near my house, so it was only lasted a month or 2. Yeah, you kind of just got lucky or not when it came to that kind of stuff in the game. It's weird to see it still going on. I use one button for the skills. How does it work? So, some things you can use at the same time. So you can see me throw 3 little ice shards at the same time as throwing the boomerang. So you can double bind it, basically, is what they call it. And it just makes using them way, way easier. It's very strong. If you're not gonna use a shield in the build, I think most people recommend that you do something like this. All right, so we can do like Ranger's gear, which I think is good. I had a lot of fun with Pokemon Go, but got tired of it. Yeah, like it was fine. It lasted how long it lasted. One of my friends still does it sometimes, and I'm just shocked. That's nice. I'm shocked, honestly. Like, I mean, if you have fun with it, go for it, right? You do you, friend. Does it even have, like, microtransactions or anything? I don't remember. Probably. Right? It probably does. I like those enemies. Oh, God. Can't see? Okay. Got scared shitless there. 4 enemies left. Okay. Two enemies left. 1 enemy left. Is it dead yet? Hello? Thank you. Jesus. Curse lifted. Okay, very good. How do you get over there? Oh, that's like on the other side. I can't even get over there. Weird. Ah! I remember my friend had like a date or something during the Pokemon Go craze. And he asked if he could hang out at our apartment for the date so that they could just keep using the Pokestop and like walk around the building or something like that. I was like, I mean, I guess. Romantic, right? I guess they were both into Pokemon Go, so it's kind of like whatever. It's kind of romantic in a way. And you know it's, well, you don't really know it's safe is the problem because it's still a bunch of strangers. But at least you're not, like, in their own apartment or something. I don't know. The day was into that. It's adorable. I think that was the idea. Why not, huh? It was kind of crazy how much of a sensation it was. Like, it blew up so quickly overnight and everything. Like, literally the day it launched. Like, how did people not see it coming that this was going to be a big thing? I think there were other, like, AR games that just didn't make it. I keep meaning to try this, but I don't think I should here. Should I? Daddies? I could put the boomerang in the... Let's try it out for a minute. I'll put the boomerang in the bag. Witcher AR game? Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. Sorry. Run away. Come here. I don't know if it's as good as the boomy. Okay. Double purple. Darn, the dodge creates a toxic cloud is quite strong for now, huh? It's kind of weird to watch the Pokemon animes now and they still have Ash on there, but they just ignore like all the Pokemon he's caught, all the bullshit he's gone through and everything, right? And he's still like the same age. Ash never gets older, right? He's still the same age. He's still got the same Pikachu, who's probably like level 99 now. You know? I'll still take it. Doing the Simpsons thing. But it's also weird because like the voices change and everything as time goes on. Do I like this bow? I'll try it a little bit longer. Bum 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 bum. Might want to buy this. Our ice shards are what's lacking right now, honestly. Truman Show is a good movie. I think that's a movie that really changes some perspectives. I don't know if it's actually a well-produced movie necessarily. You know what? We could get... I saw it as a kid, so like I just knew the whole time growing up that the Truman Show existed. Wife watched it with me like a couple years ago or something. Has it changed? We need to ask someone else. Has it like changed their life where you just consider that it's possible you are on a Truman Show? Truman Show's incredible. It was just an amazing idea, I think, more than anything. Oh. Sometimes it's a bit like over the top in the execution and everything, but it's not like crazy. Yeah, please don't hit me. We're fine. I didn't kill that thing. Okay. This would be the most boring show, canceled after the first one, right? It only works if you're the only one, is the truth. So, I don't know, can you like copyright the idea? Can you copyright the idea? Because if someone else comes out and just has a more exciting person, who, you know, gets caught masturbating or whatever in the bathroom all the time, I don't know, then people are just gonna watch them instead. Where are the clones for Truman Show? Question marks? What? Gattaca? So I enjoyed Gattaca, another movie with like great ideas and stuff like that. It's not, obviously it's not like violent or anything, but I don't know, it might be a bit intense for wife, but maybe we can try. I'd love to have her watch it. Wheels, invisible enemies. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why, but the boomerang just felt stronger. Come here. Watch that in high school bio. Gattaca. It almost seems like you watch it now, it's just like, when is this gonna happen? You know? Are we already there? Practically? It hits too close to home, potentially, you know what I'm saying? Gattaca. If you guys don't know, it's basically a movie about, you know, where genetic modification becomes a regular thing for your like unborn baby and stuff, in order to prevent diseases and everything, and then people eventually become segregated by someone who's been genetically modified or not and stuff. Like the unmodified people can't get like a normal job and things like that. Let's see. Boomerang's not bad. Our ice shards are bad. Our Tesla coil is a little mediocre. So let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do this. District 9. I think I watched District 9, but I don't remember District 9 really. Okay, we're gooch to go, right? Should I eat that drumstick or turn it in for money? I feel like I should still just eat it. Oh, fastest way probably still. The movie Her, kind of another great think movie, personally. Bit tough to watch at moments, I think. Sad. Couldn't watch it. Yeah, I know, it's tough sometimes. And it's another instance where I think, like, it's a great idea and it's too telling of the future, potentially, that it scares us. All right, it's ossuary. Or it's pretty cringe, but he owned by AI. I was marveling more at the idea than anything, I think. It's gotta be the ossuary. The other ones don't sound familiar, so. Bum bum bum. Slows down, then violently crushes enemies caught in the zone. What if I tried this right now? It seems weird. Got money to spare. Dollars and dimes. Ex Machina. Is that the one with Christian Bale? Or am I thinking of another weird movie? What is your most underrated movie that I enjoyed? A movie that isn't critically acclaimed that I really like? Huh. Isn't considered a cult classic, maybe generally disliked by most people, even? I don't know. I like a lot of bad horror movies as part of the problem. There's definitely gotta be an answer here, but I might have a struggle to find it. Basket Case, yeah, there you go. Classic right there. So this isn't really one of them, because I think the movie Paranormal Activity, the original Paranormal Activity, actually got a lot of high praise. But I think it just kind of got, the problem that occurred is that they kept coming out with movies and other movies like spoofed it and things like that, and it became like a trope. You know what I mean? But the original, I think, was actually really different in the same way. I don't know how people feel about Blair Witch Project either, but I kind of feel the same way about that. Like, those movies were legitimately scary to me. Dude, I still think about the ending to Blair Witch Project. First Paranormal Activity was supposed to be really spoopy, actually. It was spooky. That movie scared me. Blair Witch Project was trash and the least scary movie I've ever seen. Get out of here, Doopy. Paranormal Activity bored me. So maybe I am just like on a weird side of the fence here. I was legitimately scared. Paranormal Activity, I was an adult when it came out too and stuff. You know, I'm not crying into my sheets or anything. See ya, Corvette. Annihilation, don't know that one. I saw someone bring up Old Boy. I saw the original Old Boy. It's a bit intense. Ah! Right? Old Boy's a bit much. Now, I get the ideas that they're trying to say in it, but I think it's a good action movie, but after that, it's just like, ooh, I don't even know what the American one is like. Nightcrawler? Is that the one with, what's his name? The guy from Brokeback. I haven't seen it, but my friend recommended it. Jake G, the Gyllenhaal? Yeah. My friend recommended it. I haven't watched it. Liked it, loved it. You know, it was kind of a weirdly creepy horror movie. I don't even think it was a great movie, but with Robin Williams as the antagonist. What was it actually? 1 hour photo. I thought it was legitimately creepy. Oh, you know what? Okay, so here's some movies that are generally considered bad. A lot of old school Stephen King movies I actually kind of like. Not because I think that they're like super amazing Oscar-winning movies or anything like that. But usually because the ideas are kind of original. I'm thinking like, oh god, what's the name of it? Langoliers. Even that like silly Maximum Overdrive movie. Again, a bit silly. Weirdly killer soundtrack in that movie too. Original Tales from the Crypt, but that's probably normal. Wait, did that have anything to do with Stephen King, really? I guess not. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to pick that up. That oil, that owl spreads that oil. No, we don't need it. Forget it. Isn't Netflix having a 3-part scary movie series or something? Yeah, I keep seeing those, but I'll never be allowed to watch them. It looks like they're based off of like Goosebump books. Like I said, it was like by R.L. Stine or something. So I was like, is this for kids? The kind of thing that you get at the Scholastic Fair or whatever. Scholastic, don't start. I loved Goosebump books. I had like a huge collection. I only read like a few of them probably though, sadly. Animorphs? I remember Animorphs. But I hated Animorphs because I had a friend who made fun of my Goosebump books and said Animorphs were way better. So that just made me hate Animorphs. So like I refused to read them or anything. Animorphs suck. Series that deserves a revival? Is it though? Is it? Isn't there a TV show? I was pissed as a kid. There was like one book series I really liked called Diadem. I know, really random. Probably no one else read them because the goddamn author stopped writing the books in the middle of it, basically. Left it on a big cliffhanger, and I was pissed. It was the worst. I didn't know what happened. It's like the only book series I liked as a kid. Aragon. Heard a lot of people talk about those. Supposed to be good, right? So everyone talks about the Game of Thrones books. And if you like the TV show, would you actually like the books, I wonder? It's like a really long read, isn't it? Duplin doesn't like Aragon? Jeez. Duplin's got some strong opinions. This. It's like an Inquisitor up here. I feel like there was something I really didn't like. There's probably a few things that everyone else liked. I mean, we've talked about Harry Potter enough, but actually I kind of feel like the movies aren't that bad. Consider you weren't the target audience? True. Do I need to go off on Avatar still? Again, rather? Because I kind of really didn't like that movie. I guess it just bothered me how much people thought it was like the new Bible or whatever. It's like, it's just an average movie. Like, it's all right. Now no one talks about that goddamn movie anymore. Space Pocahontas? Fern Gully, right? It's a movie that's like totally forgotten with time, I feel. Yeah, nope. Nope, that's a nope. Nope-a-roni. Ow! I mean, Titanic, outside of Billy Zane, I don't know how much I really like that movie, you know? It just felt weird. It always felt weird to me they were making a movie supposedly about this horrible accident that happened on a boat, but it's like a love story. It was like the same thing when they made the Pearl Harbor movie, you know? It's like, what the fuck's with the... I just wanted to know about what happened. What's with the stupid love story they're attaching to it? This is annoying. I wanted a historically accurate movie. Pearl Harbor was a movie I really hated. I don't know why, but it especially brought out just like... Here's a movie that contains two things: explosions and whispers. So if you see it in theaters, you're gonna lose pretty much all you're hearing, because when you're trying to listen to the whispers, they're gonna hit you with an explosion right afterwards. It's like, why are we essentially talking over some airplanes dropping bombs right now? Can't hear shit. Can we stop doing that with movies? What's the deal? Why do they want us to like crank our volume on our TVs? I got to 60, but I think there's potentially no kill door. No, there is. Balance for theaters. Hobbit trilogy was bad. I tried really hard to like it, and I didn't like it. I tried really hard, because I love Lord of the Rings. It's really sad, but it's big business to remake hit movies, obviously. It's only a matter of time before they remake Lord of the Rings, and we're all gonna hate it. You know? Or like the original Star Wars trilogy and stuff. You know? They're gonna just ruin a good thing. Back to the Future? Weren't they gonna do a Back to the Future? Why am I saying this? It's only a matter of time, my friends. How long till they ruin Back to the Future, huh? Now, when I talk about original Star Wars trilogy, I'm obviously talking about the prequels, which are a masterclass in movie design. You know, it just can't get better than that. Nobody wants them to get rid of the pod racing. Man, this place is huge. Black Bridge, okay. But I haven't got an explorer's instinct still. Give me some food or something, would you? Anything? Anything? Ah. I don't want a message, I want food! Oh wait, there's a kebab over there. The Expanse? What was that terrible movie? That terrible quote-unquote horror movie? with Marky Mark, where like the trees were making people commit suicide, and now that's been like spoofed in like 5 different ways with like Bird Box and something else. But that movie was still really bad. The Happening, God, that movie was terrible. Oh no, the wind's blowing. Watch out, the trees are coming. They're thinking for you now. You see the fucking wind blowing the trees? No. Made no sense. I can only suspend my disbelief so far. Disbelief or belief? I don't know, either way, right? The Village? M. Night, I feel like, kind of got dealt a shit hand a little bit. A little bit. I do think overall that he has way too many bad movies, but... Like, wasn't his first big thing Sixth Sense? So, like, he got like, pigeonholed for having, like, these twist movies, and so, like, you always saw him coming. Bum, 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 bum. I have so much money, I don't see why I wouldn't buy some of these, right? At least this one. Avatar Studios. Wait, what are they making more? Okay, so there's a cursed chest there, but I have like no enemies left. So I'm just gonna grab that scroll and run probably. Avatar like blue people or Avatar like Last Airbender? I was talking about the blue people. With the tails? How much Rule 34 came out of that, huh? Fuck that movie. Re-ins to that. Movie sucks. That Avatar is overrated? It's 100% overrated. I don't know, all these people thought it was such an original idea or whatever. I remember someone asked me, but what is an avatar? It's like, dude, have you not been on the internet? It's like 2005, you don't know what an avatar is, for Christ's sakes? What's the matter with you? What is an avatar? Whoa! Have you ever played a game, right? Does anybody remember the content of the movie? I watched it 3 times for 3D effects and I still don't remember. That sounds pretty normal. I don't know, this like soldier, it goes undercover in the body of a native blue person or whatever. And turns out, you know, humans are basically pieces of shit invading this planet that belonged to this race of blue people, and so he sides with them and tries to fight with them, and it's like a war or some shit. And then it just turns into a shitty action movie with way too many CGI effects that don't make any sense. You know. Probably this one? We need a new Tesla coil, right? There was a boomerang. Don't really need the oil from it, or do I? Our owl spreads oil. Bum bum bum. I mean, the whole like political aspect of the movie was so in your face. It's just like, this doesn't feel like original at all. I think these are actually fine. All right. No hit, here we go. Most about the graphics at the time, CGI was very good. I mean, it was, but remember like Final Fantasy Spirits Within? CGI was great for that movie. That movie fucking bombed. That movie was utter trash in comparison, was it not? Dude, they had to like sell off most of Squaresoft for that. After that fuck up. Shit. Oh no. I took a hit. Oh well. I tried. I got kind of caught in a weird corner. Fuck. Oh, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt too. Slow him down, would ya? What's going on? Jesus. Advent Children? I kind of like the Advent Children a little bit. I kind of like the Advent Children. What'd you guys think? It could be like I was looking through it through the lens of a Final Fantasy VII fanboy a little bit, though. I haven't watched it in years. Just an action movie with cool effects? Agreed. It's kind of like Terminator 2 and Aliens are just better. Advent Children is nice as a FF fan. It's not a good movie. I think that's probably true. I agree. Oh my god. 5%. 5 lousy percent. Moon with Sam Rockwell is pretty good. I liked that movie. I enjoyed that movie. Wife watched it too. She just thought it was too sad though. Where am I going again? Slumbering Sanctuary or something? No, it's Stilt Village, right? Which will lead us to the other place. Moon is sad? Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Alright, I thought I could hold my pee for this run, but it took too long, so I gotta go pee. Drank too much PBR, you know? Too many pippers. Beer bait! Oh, hey. Got you sneaking a peek, huh? Why don't you go on over and check out the stream and get all the peeks that you need. Every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Come on in and let's all have some laughs.